Hey everybody, today on this tutorial we're going to learn how to rasterize font. So I am going to go to Photoshop. I'm going to open this up. I'm going to hit Command N for a new document. We're going to do a US paper default and we're going to call it Raster Test. Okay, and here we go with a plain white sheet. I'm going to unlock that just because that's my preference, and I am going to go over the type tool, and I'm going to find us a font that will be cool to use for this example. And I really like this one. It's called the Million Mile Man. So I'm going to type my last name. Oops, I forgot my font color is in green and black. Let's switch that to default, black, white. Whoops. Go back to Move Tool, D for default. Let's just erase that layer. Go back to the font and make it again. And I forgot to change my color in my font. There we go. Okay, so this, I now have my font that's just my last name, and it's the Million Mile Man font. Now, something that you're going to always want to do before you raster anything, and this is just kind of a habit I've gotten into, trial and error, because I've made mistakes with it in the past, but I'm going to duplicate this layer, Command J. I'm going to take that duplicate, I'm going to throw it underneath my fill layer, come back up to here. I did that so that in case I've made some mistakes later on, or edits that I don't end up liking, I can just come back here, boom, I've got my copy ready to go. So on this layer, this is a type layer, and that is why we have the letter T. With that layer selected, we are going to go to Layer and Rasterize, and I'm going to choose Type. If I had other layers available, like a shape layer, a fill content, a vector mask, a smart object, etc., it would ask me if I wanted to rasterize those. It asked me if I want to rasterize all, but I don't need to because, first of all, I don't want to mess this one up, and second of all, that's just a fill layer. So I'm going to say yes to the Type layer that was selected. Now, that, if you'll notice, turned it from a type layer into a shape layer, a layer with shapes on it. And when I get a layer with shapes on it, that means I can do things to it. I can make edits to it that I wouldn't necessarily be able to do if it were just considered letters. So I'm going to use my magic wand and holding down Shift, make multiple selections. And I'd like to fill those with, let's give a nice Highland Park red. That's already selected. Let's go with that. That's pretty cool. Okay, now if I wanted to fill in these little shapes, I'm going to need to do some editing because, as you can see, some of these are not closed in. So I can't select here because it takes up the whole thing. I got to close it in. Command D to deselect. Come over here to my black, to my paintbrush, which is going to be black. And I can bracket that bigger or smaller to the right size. And I can just fill those in. Once I do that, I can come back here and I can fill those in with a color because I'm able to make a selection. So I've checked all my other my letters, and they don't have that. Let's zoom that out. Now let's go back to our magic wand. And actually, I think I'd like to just do one letter at a time. Let's do the B. Holding down Shift as I make multiple selections. And let's give it a gradient there. Let's make that shadow really make the letter look three-dimensional. So my, let's switch this. X to switch foreground background color, which changes that gradient right there. And let's start at the top and come down and see we get those nice grays, and then we get the black down there. Let's do it again and see if we can get more white. Oh, I did it backwards. Oh, because I hit X. Okay, let's do it again. And there we go, or it's a little whiter. Hey, that's whiter. And Command D, and you can see that really cool gradient. That picked it up perfectly to make it look like a three-dimensional letter. Now I'm going to go back and do this letter also. I'm going to do these letters one at a time. I think that'll be the best way. Staying close to the top and coming down there. It gets me the best whites and the best blacks. Let's do this one. Holding down Shift as I make those multiple selections. White to black. Perfect. And you can see. So again, the whole reason to raster type is so that you can do things to it. I would not be able to make these selections, not all of these selections, if in fact these were still considered letters by the Photoshop. And so it just gives us some more freedoms and some cool things that we can do. You will find many reasons to raster both letters and shapes throughout working with Photoshop. I hope that you found this tutorial to be helpful and useful and interesting. And, oh, we did that one backwards. Let's zoom in. And it's always fun. Oh, that one's going to be tricky. We're going to go to History. We're going to take that one out. Once I made that black, it would be too difficult to grab those outside edges. So we are going to do it again. X to switch our foreground background. Back to gradient. And there we go. So I hope that you have found this to be helpful and interesting, and you can apply this use into your artwork right away. Again, that's how to raster type. And I thank you so much for listening. Have a great day.